Hey, I didn't expect you back so early. I thought you had a whole evening planned with the guys. I got rained out. I guess that's the risk you take. Making plans at an outdoor venue. I, um, you're probably hungry, right? If you didn't get to the restaurant, so why not go straight back out and get us some takeout? I'll pitch in for my part when you get back. How about that? What? No, I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be fine? Well, I only met you at the door because I heard you drive up. You should be used to that by now. I'd hear tires splashing in the rain from the other end of the cave. Oh no, I'm not usually up this early, or late, but I'm just hungry, like you probably are. So you should go get something to eat. I told you, nothing's wrong. No, you don't have to go to the kitchen. You shouldn't have to cook today of all days. Just spoil yourself a bit, huh? There's nothing to see in there. Really. You don't have to... Well, this is pretty awkward. It's not finished yet. I was hoping to have it all decorated before you came home. Sort of a dessert surprise after your dinner with everyone else. Happy birthday. Okay. I didn't expect a hug. Thank you. Whoa. You're really warm. I guess I'm just happy I could surprise you. You've helped me out a lot just by being here. So I wanted to do something special for you. I know it's not much of a cake, at least right now. But once I add the frosting and all the decorations, it will at least look the part. Can't say much for the taste. It's just a pre-made cake mix from a box. But I wanted to do something, you know? Oh, I overheard you talking to your friends about it being your birthday. I'm sorry. You know I never intended to eavesdrop. Oh, thanks for understanding about me overhearing the news. That's part of why having you as a roommate's so refreshing. Not just anyone would agree to rent out a big refurbished cave on the side of a mountain, let alone put up with my heightened hearing and nighttime schedule. You obviously have enough money to afford a much trendier place than this, even if it does wonders for your Instagram account. But you decided to live here with me. Or at least, you're the first one not to pack up and leave after a few days. Sorry, I'm rambling about nonsense. And, I think the cake is cool enough to start frosting it. If you don't mind, you could wait around while I decorate it. Unless that ruins some of the magic or whatever. Oh, okay. If that's what you'd like, sure. You can... Oh, yeah, sure. Sit on the counter and just watch me. I'm just gonna start on the cake. I'm not claiming to have any skills at cake frosting whatsoever. I don't normally do this for anyone, hardly even myself, so I can't promise professional bakery level results. But I'll do the best I can. Pretty impossible to mess this up, huh? See, it's only a tub of pre-made frosting, too. But it's got that candy confetti in it, and everyone likes that, right? I'll just get right to it then. I know this might seem out of the blue, but I really just wanted to do something to thank you for living here. This might not be the grandest thing I could have done, but your birthday gave me a perfect excuse. You know, before I met you, I had such a hard time finding sustainable accommodations with my current job and lifestyle needs. I tried apartments, but always found it unnerving to hear so many people crowded in around me, just separated by flimsy walls. The number of people is too much. It doesn't matter if my smaller relatives do huddle together in huge caves and make a lot of noise. It doesn't translate to someone like me, who has so much humanity. Regular bats don't have laptops, televisions, iPods, and tablets, not to mention the kitchen appliances, all of which make noise that I can hear whether I want to or not. So, when I found this listing for a modernized cave, how could I not fall in love instantly? Big, beautiful cave with multiple little cavern rooms, working plumbing and electricity. That's a gift from heaven for one of my kind. I couldn't afford it without a roommate. Most people can't deal with knowing I can hear everything they do, even though I'm hardly ever home at the same time. Guess I can't blame them. There's not enough of my kind living in this area to normalize my tendencies. But it's not like I have any control over it. I can't just shut off my hearing. Same thing with staying awake at night. I know a lot of humans work night shifts and stuff like that too, but it's not the same as being a nocturnal creature with no say in the matter. I've tried adjusting to life during the day before. It's just too harrowing for me. The sun's too constant on most days. If it were perpetually overcast, then perhaps I'd be able to handle a diurnal schedule, but it's always too bright, even in the more consistently rainy areas. I'm sorry. I'm probably boring you to death, aren't I? I haven't even talked to you that much since we've been living together, and here I am just prattling on. Hey, no eating the frosting before I'm done. You can have as much as you want once I'm finished, so just be patient. You left a big dent in the frosting. Now I have to smooth it out all over again. Guess it's not a big deal. I'm about ready to add the decorations anyway. Are roses okay? They had a lot of these candy rose decorations at the store, and between roses and yellow duckies, I figured roses hit closer to the mark. What? Really? No. There's no way I could have put duckies all over your birthday cake without you either laughing in my face or being convinced I was a weirdo. Like I'd take that chance with the first nice thing I'm doing for you. Maybe I'll get you the duckies next year if you're still around. Too pessimistic? Well, I find that expecting the worst makes it easier, whether the worst comes or not. A lot of things can change in a year's time. I don't want to think that you'll be gone or that I'll have to find another home, but you know what they say about when things seem too good to be true? Having someone like you living here with me is very nice. Hey, I don't know if it would interest you at all, but if you'd ever like, I could take you for a tour of the music studio one night when I'm doing my technician work. It might not be very interesting watching me sitting there with the headphones on and fiddling with sliding knobs all night, but it would only be for an hour or two, and maybe I could introduce you to a few musicians or maybe bands that you might listen to. I'm not one to boast, but having such a keen sense of hearing has really put me in touch with some famous people who I'd never have met otherwise. Though, that one singer, you know the one. Magenta hair and the big round glasses or whatever. I can't remember her name, just her look. Well, her manager was in the booth with me once and accidentally leaned over the panel and slid up the volume on the background track high enough to make me screech. I had to tear my headphones off, curl into a ball like a defeated little mouse. My ears were ringing for a few minutes before I could compose myself. Then, to make matters worse, my partner put the headphones on himself and claimed that the volume was still very low. It's one of the worst days I've ever had on the job. But thankfully, nothing that bad has happened in a while. What about you? Had any bad days like that at your job? I don't believe that. Everyone's had at least one horror story about their workplace. Overbearing boss, gossipy coworker, or power-hungry coworkers? Ridiculous hours? I don't know. You can't tell me your job's perfect. Suit yourself. Oh, no. I wouldn't ask you to invite me to your workplace in exchange. No, it's not because I think it would be boring. I just can't see how they'd let me sit by your desk all day while you do your important work. I'm sure it would be interesting, even if I don't know what's going on, but I doubt you'd want me jumping and covering my ears all day, asking you to keep the blinds closed tightly, or any of that. It'd be an absolute disaster. Trust me. Okay. I think that's all the decorations. Does it meet with your approval? Okay. I'll add 2 more roses on the left side. And there. Done. Now what do you think? Well, it's not done yet. Hold on. I didn't want to be rude by asking how old you were, so I just got you this regular candle. Figured a candle that you could keep and enjoy after the cake would be better than getting a whole pack and just throw away. I remember you saying how much you liked warm, cozy scents, so it's like a hazelnut, mocha, vanilla, sugar, latte, something or other. I can already smell it just taking the lid off, but it'll be stronger once I light it. There. Now, here. Take it in your hands. Do you want me to sing you happy birthday or something? Oh. Alright. If you really want me to. Happy birthday, dear Rumi. Happy birthday, dear Rumi. Happy birthday, dear Rumi. Happy birthday, dear Rumi. Alright, go ahead and make a wish and blow out that candle before my face gets any more red, please. Well now, would you like your other present? Yes, I got you something else besides the candle. Here, why don't you go sit in the living room with a slice of cake, and I'll go get your gift. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm glad you don't mind eating cake before dinner. You really have to be hungry if you weren't able to go to the restaurant. If I'd known that your plans wouldn't pan out, I would have cooked something too. Not amazing, but I can make a decent stir-fry at least. Alright, here's your present. I hope you don't think it's too weird or anything. It was just something I thought you could use. Yes, it's quite heavy. That's part of the point. You'll see once you get the box open. Do you like it? I tried to find a more unique pattern, but it was so hard to find any that just weren't solid gray. Honestly, page after page of shopping websites and all the options were gray. So that's what I had to go with. I think it's supposed to be a more soothing or neutral color or something. Oh, good. I'm glad you don't think it's too strange a gift. You like it? That makes me feel relieved. I wasn't sure what you'd say. Okay. More hugging. Okay? That's fine. Never just had your attention directed my way like this. I'm glad you like it. Why a weighted blanket? Well, I know it can get pretty cool in here, even with the heat outside. A cave's a cave, so I thought you could use it. Also, I've heard that weighted blankets help with stress and sadness or anxiety, that stuff. We all have a bit of that to struggle with. And I don't know how to tell you this, but, well, please don't be upset with me. But I've heard you crying. I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't mean to. But it seemed to be every night before I left for work. I'd hear you sounding so sad. And I just didn't know what to do. After a while, I decided that ignoring it wasn't really the most responsible action when we lived together. But I also had to find a way to thank you for being willing to room with me at all. And also to celebrate your birthday. I hope telling you the truth hasn't ruined my intentions. But I couldn't lie to you. A few times I do see you. You're pretty positive or cheery on the outside. But I want to make sure that you're doing all right. Within yourself, you know? You don't know me very well. And I don't know you any better, but I know people. Even if I'm not the best at dealing with them as a whole. Everyone has bad days or tough situations. It doesn't matter how big and strong you are. It's easier to get by with people supporting you. Even if it's something as silly or weird as giving you a weighted blanket. So, I hope that the next time you need to cry, you can curl up under that and feel a bit better. Like it's the hug that you needed when no one's around. I'm so happy you appreciate it. I took a real gamble, wondering if I'd lose my perfect roomie altogether. I'm just trying to look out for your best interest. And remember, if you ever need someone to talk to, you can come to me. Not even face to face if you don't want to. If at any point you want to get something out, you can just speak to me from your own room. I'll listen. Whatever curses you might need to say, or pleas you need to get out. Or even just asking why something happened. Or just nothing at all. If you just need to cry, it's alright. I promise. You okay? Good. I had a 50-50 chance of you telling me to mind my own business. I'm glad I could make you feel happy on your birthday. When everything else went wrong, that's an honor. One I wasn't expecting. All the same, I'm sorry that instead of a fun party with your friends, you got stuck home with me in a thunderstorm. I don't really have anything fun to offer you besides that cake. But if you'd like, we can watch a movie or something while we wait on our dinner. Maybe there's some ice cream in the freezer as well. Bet you didn't know you'd be getting dessert before and after dinner, huh? Well, neither did I, to be honest, but you won't be hearing me complaining. Not on your birthday. dear roomie.